What if I told you the most famous alien signal ever detected wasn't actually explained? Everyone thinks it was. Here's why they're wrong. Welcome back to the Global Paradox. Let's investigate. August 15th, 1977, the Big Ear Radio Telescope at Ohio State University is scanning the sky for signs of intelligent life. At 11:16 p.m., astronomer Jerry Amon reviews the printout from that night's observation. One sequence of numbers stops him cold: 6EQJ5. In radio astronomy, this alphanumeric code represents signal strength. The higher the character, the stronger the signal. The number 6 is 30 times stronger than cosmic background noise. EQJ5 climbs even higher. Amon circles it in red pen and writes one word: wow. The signal lasted exactly 72 seconds. The precise duration Big Ear's fixed antenna would detect any source as Earth rotated. It transmitted at 1420 MHz. The hydrogen line, the frequency scientists predicted intelligent civilizations would use to announce their presence. It came from the constellation Sagittarius, deep space, and despite thousands of hours of follow-up observations over 4 decades, it never repeated. For 40 years, the WOW signal remained the strongest candidate for extraterrestrial contact humanity had ever detected. Until 2017, the search began immediately. Within days, Big Ear turned back to that exact position in Sagittarius. Nothing. In 1987 and 1989, Harvard's META project conducted targeted observations. Nothing. Between 1995 and 1996, the SETI Institute launched a comprehensive search of the region. Nothing. In 1999, astronomer Robert Gray used the Very Large Array in New Mexico, the most powerful radio telescope network on Earth. Nothing. In 2012, the Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico, at the time the world's largest single-dish telescope, conducted a targeted observation. Nothing. 35 years of searching, thousands of hours, the most advanced instruments humanity possessed. The signal never returned. And then, in 2017, an astronomer claimed he'd found the answer. Antonio Paris, an astronomer at St. Petersburg College in Florida, published a paper with a bold hypothesis. The WOW signal wasn't extraterrestrial, it was Comet 266P Christensen. His theory: in August 1977, this comet was passing through the constellation Sagittarius, right where the WOW signal originated. Comets, he explained, emit hydrogen gas as they approach the sun. Hydrogen emits naturally at 1420 MHz, the exact frequency of the WOW signal. To test his hypothesis, Paris observed 3 other comets in 2017 using a 10-meter radio telescope. All 3 emitted hydrogen at 1420 MHz. The case, he concluded, was solved. Within hours, the media ran with it. Mystery of WOW signal from space finally solved. Scientists crack 40-year-old alien signal mystery. It was just a comet all along. The scientific community, eager for closure, largely accepted it. The WOW signal was removed from active SETI target lists. The case, it seemed, was finally closed. The WOW signal wasn't a message from the stars. It was a dirty snowball. Or was it? Except here's what the 2017 paper didn't mention. Comet 266P Christensen wasn't discovered until 2006, 29 years after the WOW signal. When astronomers calculated its orbital trajectory backward to August 1977, they found a problem. The comet wasn't in the signal's location. It was more than 2 degrees away from the coordinates where Big Ear detected the transmission. In radio astronomy terms, that's not close. That's nowhere near. Big Ear's reception beam was narrow, 0.2 degrees wide, precise. For the comet to be the source, it would need to be within that beam. Comet 266P was 10 times farther away, too far to be detected, too far to generate a signal of that strength. The comet theory required the comet to be in a specific location on August 15, 1977. When we checked the orbital data, it wasn't there. Then there's the frequency problem. Yes, comets do emit hydrogen at 1420 MHz. Paris was correct about that. But here's what matters: how they emit it. Comets produce broad diffuse emissions. The hydrogen spreads out as a cloud. The signal is weak, scattered across a wide frequency range. The WOW signal was narrowband, tightly focused, precise. The bandwidth was less than 10 kHz. That's extraordinarily narrow for a natural source. In radio astronomy, this distinction is critical. Natural cosmic sources, stars, nebulae, comets, emit across broad frequency ranges. Artificial sources, transmitters, beacons, technology, emit in narrow bands, focused, deliberate. The WOW signal's narrowband characteristic is the signature of an artificial source, not a natural emission. And then there's the intensity. The WOW signal was 30 times stronger than cosmic background noise. Comets emit faint hydrogen signals. Even when observed with modern sensitive instruments, cometary emissions barely register above background. The comet theory requires a natural object to produce a signal stronger than any comet has ever been observed to produce. Paris claimed his follow-up observations proved the comet theory. In 2017, he observed 3 comets with his radio telescope: comets P2008Y2, 2037P/ER, and C2017E4. All 3, he reported, emitted hydrogen at 1420 MHz. Case closed, he said. But when you examine his actual data, a problem emerges. None of the 3 comets produced signals matching the WOW signal's characteristics. The emissions were weaker, far weaker. None lasted 72 seconds. None showed the narrow-band precision of the original signal. And here's the critical issue. Paris used a different methodology than Big Ear, a wider reception beam, lower resolution. He detected diffuse hydrogen clouds around comets, which was expected. Comets do emit hydrogen, but what he detected doesn't match what Big Ear detected in 1977. The follow-up observations that were supposed to prove the comet theory actually show how different cometary emissions are from the WOW signal. So what did the people who actually studied the WOW signal think of the comet theory? Jerry Amon, the astronomer who discovered the signal, rejected it outright. In a 2017 interview, Amon stated, "We should have seen the signal before and after with the same intensity if it came from a comet. Big Ear's dual beam system would have detected a comet twice, once in each beam, 3 minutes apart. The WOW signal appeared in only one beam." The original Big Ear research team issued a statement. The comet hypothesis does not align with the observational data. Sadie Institute senior astronomer Seth Shostak called the theory an interesting idea, but unlikely to be correct. Robert Gray, who spent years searching for the signal, noted that Paris's observations don't reproduce the key characteristics of the WOW signal. The people who dedicated decades to understanding this signal, who analyzed the data, who knew the telescope's capabilities, who conducted the follow-up searches, rejected the comet explanation, yet the media had already moved on. The headlines were written, the mystery was solved. So why did everyone else accept what the experts rejected? Because a mystery with an answer gets more attention than a mystery that remains unsolved. Our investigation points to 3 possibilities. 1. A natural cosmic phenomenon we don't yet understand. A magnetar burst. An explosion from a neutron star with magnetic fields trillions of times stronger than Earth's. A collision between stellar objects producing a brief intense radio pulse. Or something physics hasn't catalogued. An event so rare we've only witnessed it once. 2. Terrestrial interference. A satellite reflection bouncing off the ionosphere at precisely the right angle. A classified military transmission whose frequency accidentally aligned with our observation. An atmospheric anomaly creating a temporary radio mirror, something human-made that mimicked the stars. Or 3. Exactly what it appeared to be. An artificial signal, transmitted once, never repeated. A beacon from an intelligent source. An interstellar lighthouse that swept past Earth for 72 seconds. A message we received but couldn't answer. 3 possibilities, all of them extraordinary. None of them are a comet. The 2017 comet theory was premature. The orbital data doesn't support it. The signal characteristics don't match. The follow-up observations contradict it. And the experts who spent decades studying the WOW signal reject it. 47 years later, the most powerful radio transmission ever detected from space remains what it always was, unexplained. One signal, 72 seconds, from the constellation Sagittarius, a mystery that remains a global paradox. Case closed for now. What do you think it was? Natural phenomenon, human interference, or something reaching out from the stars? Tell us your theory in the comments.